Today we have my Flash Season 6 review. As you can tell by the title, I think this is actually my favorite season of the Flash. I think it was a great season. So I think it's a flawless season, apart from the suit. Just like Arrow, but I don't think the suit really would matter as a problem. So to begin with the pros. I want to first talk more about the second half. The first half is obviously an amazing arc. I really like how it feels very, what do you call it? Very, creepy-esque. Like, more like horror games, like Slender Man games. And that's what I like how they took elements from it. It felt more like... And Bloodwork is actually my favorite Flash villain. It used to be Mirror Mistress, but after Season 7, which we'll get to pretty soon, it kind of did not make it. She was kind of disappointing, and that's why she's a bit lower when I rank my Flash villains. Bloodwork is my favorite. And I really have to give credit to Eric Wallace. I think he knows what he's doing. Even in Season 7, even if I may not agree with what season, even if I may have not liked what Season 7 was, I still felt like whenever he felt like he was in charge, it felt like it was great. Like episode 4 of Season 7, which I'll talk about my season, it was a great episode. I actually think it's one of my favorite Flash episodes ever. But it's not a review of Season 7, this is a review of Season 6. I thought the Bloodwork arc was a very good episode. Were very good episodes. It really made you question, because realistically, Bloodwork is technically a hero, really. He's trying to defeat death, essentially. That's something a hero would do, to defeat death. So, you know, more people can live. And so was Barry. He was also trying to defeat death by trying to stop Crisis, but they did it in a different way. And I like how he was almost like a reverse Flash. One thing I've been noticing lately about the Flash villains is how each of them are kind of like Barry in a different sense. Both Barry and Ramsey lost their mothers, and both were wanting to do good for the world, but had a different goal. Each villain kind of mirrors Barry in a sense. Aside from the obvious speedsters, Cicada mirrored Barry with his niece. And while overall I would still say Bloodwork is a better villain than Cicada, Cicada had better motivations. And that's one thing. If anybody says, oh, Bloodwork is a far better villain than Cicada, I will agree. Now let's jump into the second half, which is generally the most hated part of the season. I actually thought it was a really good storyline because it's Barry's story. The tension. Every new episode, you don't know how much speed he has left. And it always brought more tension and tension and tension. The more tension he got, it's like, man, Barry is potentially losing his speed. In fact, there was even a few moments I actually thought he lost his speed, but he technically did not. Like in the Pied Piper episode where, he stopped running, like, oh crap, Barry lost his speed. What is he gonna do? And that's what I liked about Season 6. It's not Barry's best season because he's always losing his speed. He lost his wife, etc. And that's one thing I like. I even liked the Mirror Master one. Because of the way they did Mirror Master, you kind of knew that they had to do at least a better version of the character. And Sam Scudder wasn't really loved by fans. In Season 3, of course, he wasn't loved by fans. But in Season 6, I think Mirror Master is a much better character as Eva. Eva essentially wanted to take down Black Hole, but not the way Team Flash or Team Arrow would have done. Like, they would have stopped the business, technically. She still wants the business to continue, but make sure the business does not go into the way it was. Funny enough, I'm actually in a bathroom right now recording this video, and I see a mirror of myself. That's a funny coincidence. Yeah. I think one of my favorite moments about this season was how much they made Iris a better character by, trying to get back to Barry, but Barry not realizing it. It's a very good story in my opinion. Now I know a lot of people hate Love is a Battlefield. I don't hate that episode. I actually think Emmett Black is a good villain, and I'll explain to that in a video why Emmett Black is actually a great character. So overall, what is my score for this season? An A. No question about it, an A. An A as an A plus for The Flash season 6. What do you think of the scene down below? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's underrated? Do you think it's overrated? Let me know in the comments. And be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, hit that notification bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.